What is going on, guys? It's Deathstroke here. Hey, I want to do something a little bit different. Yes, this is going to be commentary over a video. I had fun playing this game. It was not a super crazy good game. We ended up losing. I had fun. I made some pretty cool plays. I made some pretty crappy plays, but I had fun. And this was the first game that I got recorded on my capture card. I've been having a lot of issues. I've made a lot of comments of saying stuff that I wanted to accomplish between everybody and my channel, and I've just not been able to make it happen because my capture card and my computer were not quite compatible with each other. So although I had all these hopes and dreams and wishes and wants, I just can't make things work together. I thought I bought a good enough computer and the right specifications to handle my capture card and everything, but I guess I didn't, and it became a really big issue as far as getting things to work. And without it looking laggy. This one wasn't too bad, and I was semi-okay with it. So, you know, it was tolerated, and I'm working to figure out what I need to do to get it to work better. If I don't have anything open but Elgato Capture Card program, it seems to run a lot better than if I have anything else open, whether it be a folder or Mozilla Firefox or something like that. Anything that I have open kind of slows it down. But I'm working on that, and we'll get that fixed as soon as possible. The goal is I want to have a video out every day, and I don't care what it is. If it's a commentary video on what's going on in the YouTube community as far as gaming is concerned, if it's a video that has to do with just Destiny or the updates that's taking place, if it's a video that's just where the fuck Zura is in the world because people need to know that shit, I want to have a video out every fucking day. So you guys can have something to look forward to, and I can get some kind of consistency and traction on my channel, because I honestly love doing this, and I love having a channel and all these things, and I want to make it something semi-different. The big thing that I've been talking about lately, or thinking about lately, was the difference between like connections, and I've talked about this before, to where you have a certain type or certain connection and it almost favors you. Okay, I almost have 3,000 hours, and I probably have over 3,000 hours since the game, and that's a lot. And it wasn't just like, oh, you stayed stagnant, you didn't learn what you're supposed to learn. I've learned from the best, and I have a day in and day out learned from the best. Okay, I've watched YouTube videos of Destiny since pretty much day one. I think I got on Destiny about a month after it came out, and I was terrible. I was an old Battlefield player, and that was the first real first-person game I ever played. I didn't really do Call of Duty. I did Battlefield, and it was completely different. Like, especially with Battlefield 3 and stuff like that. You actually had to account for bullet drop. There was a lot of variables. Distance was a big thing. There was so much going on that really made or make or break your play in that game. Vehicles, just different stuff that you don't think about in Destiny. So my transition to Destiny wasn't the easiest, you could say. But after enough practice and figuring it out and really learning it and loving it, I ended up getting and becoming pretty damn good. And the problem always set with me of how connection impacted your play so much. You know, a snipe where you clearly see it's a headshot doesn't count as a headshot. A shotgun blast at point blank doesn't count as a shotgun blast. And how disappointing that is. And it's not just disappointing because, oh, you didn't win. It's disappointing to your credibility as a gamer, as a YouTuber, as everything. Everything relies on how good you are when you're first starting out. Case Gaming is one of the first people I ever saw. He does some crazy ass shit all the time, whether it be rocking Telesto, shooting the ground, and basically having a lot of people that are noobs for any other term running into it, because I don't run into random stuff like that. Like, I don't think I've ever just ran into a Telesto burst. Like, if you know the person's rocking it, you have to know what your limitations are, just like why you don't straight line strafe around corners. You know, like if you're just screwing around like this, I'm literally toying around with universal remote sniper combo just for something different. But I mean, you just don't straight line, strafe around corners where you are stagnant, because it's an easy sniper lane pick off. Like, there's certain things that you can tell a skill player versus a beginner or someone who just hasn't, I guess, picked up on those little things that start to make good players great. And I say that because I've noticed, like, watching all these players, like, in 3,000 hours, I've had one time that I recall, that was probably one of the biggest ones, where a guy Nova bombed me and it did no damage, and I stood in his Nova bomb and then I shotgunned him, and then I ran right through, and when I ran back through his Nova bomb to get away, I started taking damage, but I didn't die or anything. I should have just died from the impact itself. Like, it shouldn't even have been a thing. Like, and that was the funny thing about it, was I've had that happen once. Well, I've seen, like, a guy Og ego tripped. I've seen him do this over probably 40 times since I've been playing this game. As many times as I've seen him on here, he's off and on 40 times, to where he takes damage resistant. That's why I hate these people, because it makes me think that the connection can't be the only reason. Like, it can't be. Like, oh, well, you have good connection and you have semi-okay connection, and that's why I took damage resistance to, you know, that was so nice. Look at that triple feed, and then a nice guy that came up. I screwed up that waste of a Fist of Havoc. But they can't be the only thing, you know what I mean? And, like, that's a big problem. Like, those little things like that, they shouldn't happen. And I love watching True Vanguard's videos. I don't agree with everything. I'm not about censor. I know there's kids and I know there's everything, but he is a, I don't know, a nicer based gamer, I guess you could say. He does censor for children. He does censor for other purposes, and he tries not to curse and stuff like that. And I am nothing against that, not even in the slightest. It's just not me. So, I want to keep it real and I want to be me. I don't want to be somebody else because that's what people think that I should be. And I've seen him on numerous times. I've looked up him. I've looked up a bunch of people. I've watched him over a very long span. Him and multiple other gamers. And I watched him shoot somebody in the knee, and it said headshot. And I've watched him shoot somebody in what was clearly the shoulder, and it said headshot. Watched him shoot somebody in the foot, and it had headshot. And I wonder, like, he gets, ungodly amount of headshots because he is a phenomenal sniper. He's just probably one of the best. His reaction time is phenomenal, and I commend him for this, being such a good player. But all those false kills, that has to account for something. If those didn't happen, like that, it wouldn't bug me so much. But seeing that so often on these potential primary YouTubers, it's really confusing, because I've seen Miss 5,000 Watts have it happen. I've seen him have, like, weird awkward damage resistance to where they kind of stand there and you could tell they're running away with, like, shit ass of health, literally nothing, and then somehow floating through the air. They don't get shot once. I don't understand it. I don't buy into it. And to me, it kind of confuses me, because I don't have that. That's not like a thing that happens for me. If I get shot, if I'm one shot and I'm flying through the air, I'm dead. I'm beyond toast. Like, that's just how it is. That's how the story goes for me every single time. It's very consistent, and then that's just how it is. But these guys, they have it to where it's oh, hey, I got damage resistant out the wazoo. QAA 51 megabytes. He literally, I think, was ranked as the best Destiny player in the world at one point in time. I don't know the current best player in the world, but when I was looking at the tracker and both sides of the spectrum, for both consoles, he is rated the best overall, or was. Phenomenal player. But I commented on his thing, and I was like, man, it seems like you always have perfect connection. People die exactly when they're supposed to. You get fusion rifle blasts outside normal range. But I can't fix certain things. So I'm going to get as much footage as I can. I'm going to do the best I can. I recorded a lot of footage in advance for this. And I'm going to make some shit happen for everybody, and make sure these videos come out daily and with some good content. Thank you all for watching. Deathstroke out.